Hey there guys, today I'm going to be doing a recording for the birthday boards that I make. So here is one. I kind of build each one off of the one main template that I've created. So I'm going to be using this one and I'll show you how I do each piece and then altering it with the new information that I have. So I get my boards from Dollar Tree. Actually, they're the foam poster boards. So I go ahead and use those. Here's my shape down here. They are 20 by about 29 and a half. So I've measured the boards when I get them. And then I just create by inserting a square shape and making it to the size of the board I'm going to be using. So then that becomes my template to build on for sizing and layout. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get the name in that I want. Let me go ahead and add this text in. Computer is going a little slow today, but it will get in here. Because there's so much information on this one, it tends to lag it down and slow it down quite a bit. So we will be working with the slowness of this today, so I apologize. Which is why I like just building off of the ones I already have here. So you can see it's there, it's just incredibly slow. The font I like to use is Marker Felt. It's used a lot in this layout here that I have. It just cuts really nicely, it weeds really easily, and it has that nice look to it. That's one I turn to the most when doing these boards. Okay, well that tries to figure itself out. I'll just move on with just walking through some of this other stuff. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change this. This is going to be a purple themed board here. Let's go ahead and move this up here. Let's enlarge this. And I'm going to go ahead and bring these closer together. I don't like the spacing so far apart. Okay. That looks good. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be for Zoe. I'm going to go ahead and now it's cupcake themed, so I'm going to go ahead and insert these cupcakes I'm going to be using. And actually what I'm going to do with the cupcakes is I'm actually going to cut a stencil out of contact paper. And I'm going to make them glitter on the board. So they're not going to be cut with vinyl or anything. I'm going to make these this really light purple for now. Why are they separate? Sure, okay. I'll probably do part of it in a purple glitter and maybe accenting it with maybe gold or maybe a teal. But I'll probably put two in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Okay, this banner that I add in is from this KG Flavor and like banners or something like that. So I'll go ahead and show you how I get that inserted. So I'm going to just open up another text box. And I believe this was downloaded from the DaFonts website. I'm going to go ahead and open my font folder. So it's this KG Flavor and Frames 5, and it's this guy right here that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it, close that, minimize it, and then go ahead and paste it into my text box. And it's going to go ahead and insert that specialty graphic of this banner that you see here. Eventually it will, I promise. Sorry it's going so slow, guys. So then I'll just unlock it so I can alter it a little bit, and then make it to the length of my board to fit that spot. And then as this tries to figure itself out, this my first birthday here is spelled out, you can see over here, using the marker felt. And I just inserted each letter individually and made them the same size here, and then just hand placed them on this to fill out this banner, kind of with spacing. This number 1 is over here, you can see Candy Shop. It's just a bigger, so I don't know if that banner is going to load or not, but I think this one I'm going to make into glitter as well. And I'll probably play around with the color on these a little bit, but let me see if we did them in purple. There's not many purples that are gonna, show up great on here. So I'm really limited to just the light purple I have on hand and white. I don't think that banner is gonna load, guys, but I'll try it again. And I might do that number 1, I think, in that. I have a couple of teal glitters, and I'll show you guys how I do that once I get it printed, but I think this is going to be just too much purple. So let's go ahead and make, same with these hearts we will do in this teal, just to give it a little pop here. Okay, let's try this banner here again so I can show you guys. So once you do one, I just save it, and then do just a save as and alter the information for new ones, because they do take a lot of time, and as this file gets quite large, it does take a little while for things to get inserted in here. I don't think that's gonna load for me, guys. Okay, but that's what it is. It's not gonna let me even get into it. So then it's just unlocking it, stretching it out up and down side to side to fit your board template length, and then I just relock it so I can't mess with it. So the same, these lines are just, go ahead and insert a square, and then go ahead and unlock it and just make them long and skinny like this. And then I just go ahead and lay them out, on my board, kind of like the separators. Just like this. And then you go ahead and lock them, duplicate it for the other side. Oops. Duplicate it, and then if it'll let me grab it, there we go. And then for the other side, and then kind of same with these ones. Let's see, we don't want text, sorry. Insert another shape here. Sorry, this is so slow, guys. I don't know if it's the new design space or just because there's so many parts to this board, but it was not this bad with the old one. And then go ahead and do the same thing for these other sizes, just to separate your sections a little bit. This and that. And then I just go ahead, move this one a little bit more. Okay, go ahead and lock it and duplicate it. And then let's get one more here. I don't know if I'm going to end up keeping this bottom one, but since it's on this one, we'll go ahead. And then I'm just going to go down actually now and get rid of these orange ones. We'll just keep the ones I just did. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and make these white. So to go kind of with her theme of cupcakes with purple, but I'm going to add these splashes of teal just to break up that purple a little bit. It's quite a bit of purple. Okay. So now how I did these is this tooth I just found on Google, just like tooth outline or tooth silhouette, and bring it in like you would another image. Same with this dotted circle. This was actually made using that same dotted circle that I got. So you can see here it's 3 pieces. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this so I can show you how I messed with it here. And let's go ahead and make it black so you guys can see it better. So I'm going to detach this. So this is actually 3 parts. It's the same dotted circle that I pulled in for these. This is, I believe, from one of these KG Flavor and Frames ones. I think it's one of these in here. I think it's this one. Let me see. Where'd it go? Yeah, okay, I think it's this one. So then, I know the banner wouldn't load, but we can go ahead and try this one. So select it, and we'll copy it. And it's going to be a text as well. Yeah, see, the KG Flavor and Frames 3 is what's pulling that in right there. I don't know. It's not even gonna let me open. Oh, there it goes. Oh, come on. Okay. We want to change this to maybe okay, it was, which one again? 3? I think it was 3. Jeez, guys, I'm so sorry. It's so slow. So once this loads, if it decides it will load. And now it took away my text box. Holy cow. Okay, so our font is KG Flavor and Frames 3. I'll go ahead and insert that one that I copied from the font maps. Maybe. There it goes. don't know, my computer's not even running like it's running hot or anything. It's just incredibly slow. So you can see it here, it actually loaded something. Woo! There we go. Awesome. Okay. So there's that, just to show you guys how it's done. I'm not even gonna mess with it though. So that's this outer one. This second one, I just inserted 2 circles. And then go ahead, make one, you know, a little bit bigger than the other. Looks like this one wants to be on top. You know, like this, get that even square, or even center. Go ahead, select them both, and we'll line them in the center. And then slice them down here. And now we can go ahead and get rid of these middles. And we're left with this outer circle, just like this one that you see here. This slice result, it's this middle piece, so that's just this. So you can go ahead and size that, place it in here, like so. And then the dotted one that I pulled in, Google dotted circle, something like that. And then I uploaded it in and put it in that way. And then I went ahead and selected all 3 of these, align them by the center, and then I go ahead and group them. And then I just shrunk them down and put them into my design over here. So that is that one. So the next with these is just getting the text and information put in. So I have this Fave Foods, and that's in my marker felt. So I went ahead and typed it in like so. I know, I'm glad this is kind of already done, but to kind of show you guys. I think I did it in all caps, huh? Oh well. So Fave Foods, and then we want it in the marker felt, so I'm going to go up here and change my font if it will load to let me. When this, you know, functions great and goes really smoothly and quickly, it really doesn't take that long. It's whatever is causing this slowdown right now. I can usually update and get one of these out in just an hour or so. But cutting it takes a while, especially with the different colors. But normally does not take anywhere near this long. So it's going, it's going, it's going. So if you guys have any questions on these, you know, or anything like that, just feel free to leave me a comment. I try to get back as soon as I can, as soon as I notice them. These foam boards are great to use from Dollar Tree. They work perfect. To transfer the vinyl, I actually use that same contact paper from Dollar Tree. It's not very sticky, which is perfect. It lifts up the vinyl because these foam boards do have that paper color coating on them. Using regular strong transfer tape rips them. So even the name brand contact paper is sometimes a little too much. The Dollar Tree one has that right stickiness to help put this vinyl down and lift up the tape without ripping the board. So I'll show you guys what I use once I do get this updated and cut out, and how I go ahead and get these decorated. This has changed my font back to something else. I'm not even in the mood to mess with it. So what you do is just enter the text box, type your text. This is in marker felt, and then attach them. So if I detach them, that's how it is when I type it. So it's in the marker felt. I detach them and I can double click and update the text. and then once it's updated I go ahead and attach them. This will make sure that when it cuts in this order and it doesn't wonky arrange the letters into some mixed combo you gotta figure it out with. So I'm gonna go ahead and update this one and double click it, and that'll let me get into this text box hopefully in a decent amount of time. Okay. I don't know if it's annoying you as much as it is me, but man, it's driving me bonkers right now. Go. I may have to do this in pieces, so I can go take care of my little guy. He's gonna be waking up soon and need lunch, so. But that's just the basic idea here. I'll show you guys what my different fonts are, and then I'll probably cut this off. I get everything cut out, send it all to the mats, get it cut out, and get it weeded. The white, because of these long strips, you know, they're going to be longer than a 12 by 12. So if I have a roll of white, I will go ahead and cut them as one piece. But if not, actually what I usually do is just use my 12 by 24 mat and put two 12 by 12 Oracal 651 sheets on it. You know, back them up as close together as you can get them. And then just cut them. It's obviously going to cut them as two pieces, you know, somewhere in the middle. And then I just lay them on as two pieces. One piece at a time, and it lifts up perfectly. Oops. It moves perfectly on there. It makes it actually easier to move them around and manipulate them laying them on the board versus that one really long piece. I do happen to have some Cricut white vinyl that I do need to go through, so I'm going to go ahead and use that for this round. Since it's going on a paper board, I don't have much concern of it lifting for that purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and just use what I have for that. This time I need to get it used up anyway. So that is getting that loaded. This one doesn't, as you can see, my little non-pickiness of food here. And then this text over here is this Internet Friends. I love this font as well. It's another favorite of mine. The big bold letters are that Candy Shop font. Because this is taking forever. So this heart, there you go. This is not going to let me in there. Yeah, okay. Let me find it. Here it is. That's just inserting the heart from the shapes that are offered here in Design Space. And I think this I love is marker felt. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and move this to the front. This as well. So we have some other fonts. This is marker felt. This is Internet Friends. Marker felt for the favorite books. Internet Friends for the touch and feel. Same down there. This Peekaboo is KG Shake It Off. This one is Smarty Pants, I believe. Oh, Miss Smarty Pants is the feeding the dogs, taking things out of baskets, and pushing buttons. This is Internet Friends, this playing during bath time. The movie Trolls is Back to School. So I kind of mix these fonts up, mix the colors up. Opening and closing is Noteworthy. Noteworthy again. And pushing my cars around is Back to School. So I like to mix the fonts, mix the colors in this I Love section to give it some pop, to give it some variety. These numbers are the Candy Shop, 21, the 30, and the 2 are all Candy Shop. And there should be some things that got deleted. Oh, you know what? I know where they are. They're probably hiding, huh? No? They must have gotten deleted. Oh, here they are. Why is it over there? Okay, so we have the eye stand, 13.5 inches tall, and this one should be I weigh 21 pounds. There you go, that's what was missing. So that's that. I hear my little guy starting to fuss, so what I do is just go ahead, update the information in each of these boxes with my font with the information I was provided. So hers is going to say 19 pounds, 21 inches tall, and 5 teeth. We're going to update the I can say to Mama and Dada. The favorite books is Goodnight Moon. The I can is going to change to Stand Up with Help, Clap, and High Five. And I'm going to adjust all the I love pieces to my brothers and sisters, my dogs, listening to music, reading bedtime stories, crawling, and clapping and giving high fives. So I'm going to adjust all that, kind of where there's space. I will debate on maybe another cupcake adding in to fit with that theme. Maybe just a happy birthday from Mom or something like that. So I'll kind of see what my space is like. And then show you guys kind of where I go from there. So once these are all updated and adjusted, and see like this one, playing during bath time, shrinking him over to fit inside these boxes here, things like that. So the size is all correct. I will send them to my mats, get every piece cut out. It's going to be cut out in a bunch of different pieces. I still have to change the colors. I don't want this video to get super long. So I'm going to go ahead. I know this system is being so slow. I'm going to go ahead and try to get everything all up to date with her information, with the colors, and then I will bring it back to Design Space with the video to show the kind of the final layout, how it ended up before I send everything to the mat. And then I will get everything cut and weeded and then come back to show you how piecing it together. It really is just going to be piecing that puzzle on this giant board. I usually start with the lines, laying those down, and then kind of going from there, working usually with the name first, and then, it's kind of just putting together the puzzle. So because this is so slow and I don't want this to turn into a 2-hour video as I just try to change text and colors with how laggy this is, I will get everything updated today and then be back in a little bit to show you guys the final layout. Alright, so I got everything updated and changed, the colors all updated. It took quite a bit of time with how slow this is being, but here you have what it'll look like. I'll go down to see the bottom. So this cupcake down here, this lighter purple, you can see it's a little bit different color. This one up here and this one on the left are actually going to be cut from contact paper to make a stencil, and then I'm going to use Mod Podge and loose glitter to add a little pop to the board. I might do the same with this one and this heart and do a teal glitter just to balance it out here a little bit. The rest of it's going to be this light purple 651, and the white will be white vinyl to add on there. So here you have it with all the changes. These were just double clicking and waiting for it to pop up and changing the text. Because this was being so slow, I couldn't go through all of it in extreme detail, so please, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know and I will get back to you. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and send all of this over to the mat and get everything cut and weeded, and then I'll be back to show you how I put it together and then how I use my stencils to add the little pop of glitter to these boards. I just wanted to make sure to show you guys how it came out, what it looks like when it's done with the color change and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions on this part, please feel free to let me know, and then I will be back to show you the rest of the process of putting this together and completing the board.